Menteri rangba ka Meghalaya Conrad ke sangma hakasining kong ula Plie ba ya ka Sylum ka karkhana shna ksai Ryndia Ri Bhoi Ri Bhoi district kum ka jam ban pen khlan ya ka yo ka kat jong ka kam pynmih ksai Ryndia bat kershan ni kinong than jan bat nong ri knyang nakathan habakat ya ka Ri Bhoi kum ka do no jong ka kam pynmih ksai Ryndia nalatan rai ha Meghalaya Conrad ula ong baka district kalaya shimbenta ka bakraw ban penlong ya ka Meghalaya kum ka nong pynmih sop nyang Ryndia kabawan baar na kiba pynmih bon ha ka perthei ulak do ba uksai nyang Ryndia ubalatip ru kum u ahimsa silk kaya so jan bha bat ka kolshor ka pateng bat ka kamai kaji jung kijat bin rio hakaling ka jela Menteri rangba ula ong baka jingseng ya ka Sylum kanyarap ban penklan ya ka rukom trekam haka jing pynmih ya uksai Ryndia ha Meghalaya da ka ba penthikna ya ka jingkarshan ka ba khambha ya nongri nyang Ryndia bat ban penbha ya kalat ban yo ya uksai ubabha bat uba jamdor na ka bentai kinong thanjan ka Ri Bhoi kalalong laslam bha ka jaka pdeng jong ka jing pynmih ya uksai Ryndia nalatan rai ka jela ka jingseng ya ka Sylum kan penklan ya kan nam haba pen kup bor kinong ri nyang bat kinong than jan hakkaleng ka than ong ukon ran haba kdaw ya ka jinglong kong san bha ka jaka badan ka Bhoirymbong ula ong baka jingdan ka Bhoirymbong marjan baka ka lingsun umrai kala ban Plie ki yo ki batmai na ka benta ki mar ba pynmih ai ksai Ryndia bat nang pen khlain ru ikilat pen so haga khai ka pateng bat ka jingshalan ni ki mar Hakani ka program Menteri rangba ula IT ru ya ka song pisa ka balai pesan lak tingka hapo ka prime Meghalaya scheme ban kershan ya kani ka sinjam ka sarkar klabu jing thmuru ban kentiu ya ka jing pynmih ksai Ryndia bat ban pynmih mar na uni uksai kum shibenta jung ka jing persang ban kentiu ya ka kamai kaji hanong kendong ka jing sengkam bat ki karkhana thanjan na latan rai ha Meghalaya
The Ryndia is the pride of our state. Karindia, Kalong, Kajingsarong, Yakajila. Friends, I'm extremely honored and proud to be here today in the presence of our Honorable MLA, MDC, our officials, Bawanambok Pinrop, our founder of Sylum, and all the other stakeholders who have made this project as well as this program a possibility. Friends, entrepreneurship has been at the core of what our government has been trying to do. Since the beginning, from 2018, we have believed that if Meghalaya has to transform, if we have to achieve the growth that we desire to see, it cannot just be the government working alone. We need enterprise. We need our entrepreneurs to thrive. If you look at any economy in the state, in the country, or in the world, the government is only a facilitator. It provides the opportunity. But it is the entrepreneurs and the people who take that opportunity and create and unlock value. And that is what leads to growth. And therefore, for me, Prime program was one of the first programs I started. And that is that experience of how I had to struggle as an entrepreneur made me realize that if I do ever get an opportunity, if God blesses me with an opportunity to serve our people, then it is entrepreneurship that I will push. I must congratulate Bhawanlam and his entire team for taking that step, for taking a calculated risk, for seeing the opportunity and creating value out of the opportunity. Before Bhawanlam had started this project, all our different farmers, the silkworm farmers who were producing close to 7,000 of them, they didn't have a proper regulated market to sell their cocoons. Almost, as mentioned by Bhawanlam, 500 metric tons, but it's almost close to 600 plus metric tons. So there was no organized market or sector. So our farmers were forced to sell the cocoon in barter system sometimes, not even for money, at the prices that the market and the traders used to offer. They didn't have any other option. They had to just surrender their cocoon. And only to again buy back the yarn from those people who used to produce yarn from those cocoons. That too at triple the price or 4 times the price. And now what Sylum has done, it has created now this opportunity, filled up this vacuum and gap that was present. And as mentioned by our friend who had just spoken before me from Nectar, that they have brought up a unit out here, one of its kind, in the country he's mentioning. If not in the country, at least in the region, I'm sure. There is now being able to give that opportunity to be able to sell the cocoons right here without having to send it outside, getting the right price for it, and most importantly, the weavers are able to then buy this product, the yarns produced out here, at a much more affordable rate than the rate that was being given by outside producers who were producing the yarn. And that is what entrepreneurship is all about, is to see the gap in the market, see the opportunity that exists, take that decision and take that risk and move forward in a way in which you will be able to help thousands of people. So I must congratulate Bhawanlam and his entire team for the wonderful example that you have set, not just for the Aries silk farmers and weavers, but for the state as a whole. I always have believed, I mentioned, that entrepreneurship is the way forward for us. So where will the rest of the jobs and opportunities come? It will come from entrepreneurship. Whether it is through having a factory like this, or whether it's through the processing unit that we are just came from, where we are producing biochar, as well as we'll be producing processed ginger very, very soon. It's the biggest factory for ginger processing, organic ginger processing and spice processing in the entire Northeast is being set up right here in Ri Bhoi district. And like this, many, many other processing units being set up throughout the state. The purpose of all of this is to create the job opportunities that we so much require in our state. As I said, close to 60,000 new jobs every year are required. And the government alone cannot do it. It has to be the private sector. And that is why I'm so glad and happy once again that Bhawanlam and his team have set up this unit. I think it's very noble on your part. It's not that you are asking only for yourself, but you're asking for the entire sector. And I think that is very, very appropriate and very noble, as I said, of you to think in that line. And so therefore, I'll be very happy to examine this. And rest assured, after seeing the kind of dedication that you have shown to the business and how you are helping so many people around you, I am highly motivated to to support you even further. So rest assured, I will definitely look into this and definitely ensure that we take this forward. I will just look into the entire aspect, examine it, and I will, as I said, personally ensure that we move in that line. I thank our local MLA, who has been a very great source of inspiration. He has been working very hard. In fact, on his insistence, I forgot myself. He reminded me this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. He reminded me that in the last few months, I think this is my 10th visit to Umroi constituency. And it is mainly because of him, because he takes so much of interest. And today, the kind of projects that are coming up in Umroi and in the Ri Bhoi district at large are really important and game changer projects. And of course, we are very hopeful that once we have the airport fully functional, which is going to be a very important project, not just for Umroi and for Ri Bhoi, but for the state as a whole. It will be a very important game changer, whether it is for the people who want to come from outside and visit our state, or it is for students and patients who need to go up outside to the state. This connectivity will change the way our state is perceived. So this is again a very important project, which I'm very happy that the Honorable MLA has been taking a lot of interest in. And I'm sure that we have some more challenges there. We will need the public support. But this is a project that I really hope and wish that we'll be able to take forward in a very positive manner. Even the project where the express way is coming up is again another project that is going to impact Ri Bhoi district in a very positive manner, and will increase the number of tourists and the overall connectivity for our products to go to other parts of the country, the export of our products and the import of other goods and materials and raw materials that we require. All of this will be impacted by the connectivity that improves. So all of these kind of important game-changing projects are taking place, and I'm sure that the first district and the first constituency to be impacted by that change is going to be the Umroi constituency. And therefore, I do urge that our citizens out here in Umroi especially should look forward for the next 5 years, 10 years, and plan on the kind of projects that could come up, that could support this entire area, as well as be of great blessing to everyone. We are really looking forward to creating a logistics hub. I'm sharing this with you very openly. We strongly feel that there has to be a logistics hub where large storage for fruits and for vegetables and for different kind of products from entire Northeast needs to be set up somewhere in the Northeast region. And I've always believed that Ri Bhoi district is the right area, and with the airport coming up here, Umroi constituency will be the right area to have this logistics hubs. So you can imagine all the products that need to go to different parts of the country. Ri Bhoi, and as I said, Umroi could play a very important role as being the main hub for having those products here. And obviously that will further create larger opportunities for our youngsters in this district. So once again, thanking you all for this wonderful program, and wishing Bhawan Lam and his entire team the very best for the future. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya. Thank you so much.